Welcome to Jurassic Park.
They do move in herds.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Yes. DLSS 5. Or as it's been called by some, DLSSlop. We all saw it. Games with their lighting cranked up to 1,000,000, women that were previously normal having shit tons of makeup applied to them suddenly, wrinkles and puffs appearing out of nowhere, dark roots on natural blondes. Despite what Nvidia wants us to believe, this isn't a new way of bringing out creative vision. No. This is just a nasty ass Instagram filter. An Instagram filter that these nut jobs want us to pay $6 for. You know, having never used an Nvidia graphics card, using GOG instead of Steam, and having less than zero interest in live service games has left me feeling a bit like an outsider in the modern gaming world. However, it's led me to a very pleasant position. You see, I've largely insulated myself from the nonsense that the modern gaming industry has become. I don't have to worry about the glut of unoptimized garbage because I don't see it. I don't really have to worry about DLSS because I have an RX 9060 from AMD in my rig instead of some garbage from Nvidia. I'm not hounded to spend infinite amount of money because I don't play crappy ass hero shooters and gacha games. I'm not saying this to gloat, but rather because I feel like this gives me a perspective that others may lack. And it's given me a bit of detachment, as it were. I mean, it's not like I'm in the target audience anymore, right? So, what have I observed from this position? It seems like AI is able to make everything except for two things: money and a compelling public service. OpenAI is billions in the hole and relies on constant injections of capital from investors to survive. Microsoft recently took a multi-billion-dollar stock hit. The public almost universally hates whatever comes out of the AI slop mills, and investors are starting to finally realize that the talk of an AI bubble might not all be fear-mongering. Overall, it seems to have become a massive boondoggle that the tech companies are too egotistical to admit defeat on. You want to know how I know AI as it stands now is more of a gimmick than a lasting thing? There's this adult website, rule34again.com, which I will obviously not show here. Why do I bring this up? Well, it's no secret that AI models mostly work by training themselves off of existing data. Music, pictures, video, what have you, right? It's also no secret that the internet is mostly porn. Like, there's just so much porn online, it's not even funny. So with this in mind, why is it still that most adult video, most adult art at all, is this same plastic-looking, slow-moving nonsense that we've been seeing for years? It's not just them, of course. DeviantArt is saturated with AI content, as are several adult and non-adult tubes. And they all have the same trademark of AI art. That sort of aggressively shiny, dead-eyed plastic look. The environments looking super artificial. And with video in particular, unnatural movement, either too slow or jerky and inconsistent. I think we're mostly seeing that people outside of the tech bro sphere are realizing that this stuff isn't gonna do absolutely everything and replace all the jobs in the world, leaving us all in breadlines for the rest of time. What we're seeing now is not the end or even the beginning of the end. but I feel confident in saying that this is perhaps the end of the beginning. Between the billions of dollars lit on fire, the legions of kids failing school because they just rely on chatbots, and the largely negative reception to anything even slightly smelling of AI art, people outside of the bubble have come to realize that this is indeed a bubble. A fad, no different than stereoscopic 3D or NFTs. And all that's left is to wait for said bubble to pop. I fully expect RAM prices are going to start sliding either this coming Christmas or during the first half of 2027, mostly fueled by OpenAI reaching the bankruptcy that everybody except the tech bros can see coming. In other words, don't fret, but hold the line. You can do your part by not partaking in the slop, certainly not paying for it, and instead spending your time on things that are made with the intention of enriching your life, instead of just exploiting you. This too shall pass, as all things have. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for your time. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, God bless you.